Alright, we're back with Alfred the Alpaca Group B, where we actually have a really important game between Reckless Sarge and Dennis. Now, last week, Reckless played against Highly and Wes, and lost. And as this bracket, there's only 3 names, there's only 3 games, so Reckless must win this to survive going out into the knockout stages. But Dennis hasn't played yet, so that could impact it. But I'm here today as well with my long friend, gamer guy in a suit, GGIAS. So good to see you. How you doing?
Hi, you can see me?
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Kind of. Can't see you, just hear you. But, yeah. Now,
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be great. Go Reckless. I hope you could survive.
hope it does something funny. But, yeah. So, I have little experience with Age of Empires, and GGIAS has even less. But, we're just going to do this, Always fun to have new people in, and all that stuff. So, this is game 1. On Cross. And we have Dennis playing as the Polish. And of course, Reckless as the Vietnamese. Now, this map called Cross for obvious reason, right? It's a cross. I think in the original version it used to be called 4 Lakes. But in each corner, you can kind of like dock to get like extra resources for fish, which for food, which is obviously an important resource. Normally there's 2 docks per side. What you'll see is just one person docking this side, and maybe just ignoring the other sides. And obviously, maybe Reckless Sarge will get like 3 docks down on either side and get like a lot of bonus. But sometimes they fight and, stuff like that. But I do know Polish get like full works, which is, obviously you place down farms. It's kind of like bigger buildings, bigger mills, which allow more fans around to get more food. And the Vietnamese I don't know too much about, so. But yeah. All I do know is this is an important game. And it's important for both of them. And do you think the Reckless will have like a bit of advantage already playing the game? And
yeah. Oh yeah. I hate going in cold. I like if I'm playing anything, I like already having a game under my belt, even if it's one I've lost. I just hate starting off. I hate going cold.
Yeah, and I think like it is difficult because there's only 3 people in this group, so it was always going to be one person starting the week after the others. But on the other hand, you got like Reckless. He's already played 1 set and he's lost, so this suddenly becomes much more important to him as well. So, like, maybe like because he's lost the first one, he's going to be much more nervous and maybe like make more mistakes. And Dennis can just maybe have less worry, per se,
So I guess play style would play heavily onto that, because if, like you said, if Reckless feels the need to get aggressive early,
and his name is Reckless, So obviously both teams they got their build orders, which is obviously you send 2 to like woods. In this case, Dennis sends 3 to wood. The rest kind of like dragging in the food, the hunts. So you both like each start with 2 boars, which you just pull to the center along with the pigs. And while you're doing this, you gotta constantly build villagers as well. And on top of building villagers, you gotta have population space. So obviously that's where the houses come in as well. So it's already like very intensive multitasking. Now Dennis did make a mistake there, because you have to hit the boar twice, because otherwise it could wander back, and then that'll waste time for you. But, yeah. Let's see. Boars provide 340 food, and a villager costs 50 food, so that's like 50, 100. You're better with numbers than me. Sometimes what we see though is people hitting the boar, but the villagers, they have an upgrade from town center called Loom, which costs 50 gold, and you start off with 100. So if you don't get Loom, your villager's gonna have 25 HP, and this boar is gonna, like, if you forget about it or just get stuck, it'll kill your villagers. But, for now it seems like they're both doing a good job of bringing their food in. There we go. Okay, ideally you kind of want the boar like right under the town center, so you can just quickly harvest the food much more, right? So, yeah. at this level, it's not as like important as if like you were playing, you know, the top of the top. That's when really like, you know, the timings are super critical. Obviously, these players are much newer, or like, you know, maybe slower or more casual, which is perfectly fine. And obviously, you know, they can afford to make mistakes. Yeah.
Makes it a little easier for me to follow too. Now, from their point of view, they have fog of war.
Yeah. So obviously for us, we're spoiled. So on top of like, so you see, on top of me saying about bringing in boars, you have to find the boars. Then you have to like build houses. Then you have to like scout, look around where your gold is, your stone is. So on top of all those checklists, you have like, you got to scout on top of that. And this is where the thing is, people, because there's so much going on already, they'll forget this thing, they'll forget that thing, they'll forget they ain't built houses. So you might think you're doing villagers, and you ain't. It's actually like as casual as it's like a casual entry point into the game, but it gets super complex the more you like look into like, you know, simple things like how many people to a lumber camp and stuff like that. So I did say about one of them like getting a dock down for the extra food, right?
Yeah, that seems smart. That seems kind of crucial.
Yeah, Dennis like is now also I think Reckless has as well.
Now, are there other resources you pull from the water, or is it just food?
Just food.
Okay.
And per square, there's about 1,800 food. So that's actually a lot. You know.
Oh yeah, fish. Yeah, I would assume there's a lot of food going on there.
We're gonna see. The Dennis also has scouted pretty good. You know, he's uncovered a lot of the map while doing all of this. Found the enemy TC. Actually, that might be a bug on Capture Age. Never mind. Ignore that. Because they also. They don't know where each other starts, and sometimes like
that's what I figured that was the case.
And sometimes
you could like accidentally stumble across each other.
Yeah, and like obviously the first units you have to like go around in the fog of war are these scout cavs here, which obviously, but like now some people make a mistake. They'll send their scout cav, and like even now, like it might drift over here, and if Reckless has villagers nearby, they garrison, and then they can just shoot the cav, which is idle, and then you lose your cav. That means you lose your scouting, which is, but like, yeah, for the early game, obviously you've got to keep your scout alive so you can see like, oh, you'll be able to see like this guy's building a barracks. Maybe he's gonna be playing aggressive early, vice versa. But yeah.
I would assume scouting is super crucial, especially in early game.
Yeah, and because the problem is, you know, you got all those things going on, and then on top of that, you gotta also make sure your scout doesn't die, which now is now this is a weird so he has like Dennis has found Gray's kind of wood line, and he's gonna find his gold, which is pretty nice for Dennis. Also, this is really nice to find because so Reckless has put like just a little mill off the side just to get these extra deers killed, get the extra food. Now, obviously, when Dennis runs away, oh, click. Go back to red. When Dennis runs away, obviously it'll be like a soft fog of war, so you'll only know what was there the last time you've seen it, right?
Right.
But he'll kind of okay. So this. So he kind of like, you know, okay, we know there's a wood line there. Next time I come back, I'm gonna bring like, you know, militia or something and bully you. But he also sees there's a dock there, so he knows, you know, Sarge has a loom. Sarge does have a loom. But then when we look at Sarge's scouting, okay, he's scouted a lot now. He's actually going around.
I would say it looks like he's covered quite a bit of ground there.
Yeah. And he's so I did say about how important these dock the food sources is. He's actually putting down a second dock, which is of course going to be really nice. Now it does look like auto scout, so you can, to make things easier, you can put it on auto scout, so it'll just go like to the nearest fog of like the fog and just kind of uncover it. But it's not as efficient as if you manually like scouted per se.
Right. Yeah.
There's just a lot of info I'm dumping on you. I just realized, like, I say I don't have no clue, and I think I've like started to pick up little tidbits here and there.
No, it's cool, and because since I already have the frame of reference of Civ, like I
Mm.
get how it translates
Yeah.
over to this. Like it's basically the same ideas,
Yeah.
just on a
Obviously-
different scale.
Yeah, like Civ, you have obviously more time to think about more, like
Right? Yeah, this is at a much faster pace.
Rozkazania?
now what some people like to
A
do.
lot more micromanaging.
Yeah. All right. So Dennis says, "Sorry, my sister," and pauses the game. And Reckless Sarge was like, "Hey, now," and then Dennis, "1 moment, ready?" Yeah, they unpause, and now they're back to playing. But Reckless is gonna once again spot the stock. So what some people do with their scouts is, well, this. They'll bring the scouts and hit the villagers just to like temporarily pull them off the resource to kind of slow them down.
Right.
The problem is, in the first stage, the villagers can just kill these scouts, actually, believe it or not, really easily. But they've both gone up to second age now, so... And obviously, Dennis has started, like, placed a stable down and is actually putting lots of scouts. So this is somewhat of a scout rush, you know? Because he's got, like, multiple scouts. They're going to start getting into your economy, start killing your villagers, and that's going to really hurt you. Reckless, on the other hand, has kind of gone with an archer rush, I'd say, you know, kind of got archers. He got the spearmen here there just to defend against cav, because spearmen counter these cavalry. Now, archers are dangerous. They really do, like, pain against villagers, especially when you get the upgrades. So to the top right and top left, you see, like, either side's upgrades. And he has fletching coming in, which will increase the damage for archers. And this is actually a really nice find now for Reckless, because his spearmen kill those scouts. But again, at his level, he was kind of trying to be at 2 places at once, and now his spearmen got lured in over here, and his archers are now being hit by the cav, right? And it's super bad to be losing your army, because again, it's early game. You're kind of really limited with how much resources you can expend and you know, and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, you're only gonna have so much army that you can actually crack out at this point.
So one way to counter archers is to put up a tower, but obviously the tower has like super limited range. If we go into settings here, range on, you'll see like they can only cover like this area here.
Nice. Yeah.
So if you do have like swordsman, you could just stand directly under it and then obviously hit the tower. And like there's an upgrade later on which gets rid of the inner circle, so obviously that'll be more difficult to do. But, yeah. Now, a lot is actually going on in this game. Surprisingly, like this, okay, these villagers fight back and they're going to kill the scouts, which is nice. Now, again, you don't really want to lose your scouts in that position. The only positive you can take is that, oh, I maybe delayed Dennis getting his goal just a little bit, you know. But sorry, I delayed Reckless. Reckless is great. You know.
I was gonna say you got me all twisted for a second. I was
Yeah.
like, oh shit, I've been looking at it backwards. Okay, yeah.
Sorry, as I say, sometimes I get their name mixed up. Like I don't know
Yeah.
why, it just happens. But Grey is Reckless, Red is Dennis. So try and get that back in my head. But,
So at this point, who do you think's got the advantage?
Dennis tried to get some early hits with the cav and didn't really accomplish anything. But Reckless did take out like a few scouts. Is over here hitting like, you know, stopping the stone coming in, and kind of forced Dennis into using resources to build this tower, which isn't exactly ideal. Also, Reckless is kind of building walls, and these walls are going to be really difficult to get through, especially at such an early age. So I say Reckless. And Reckless is also going up to Castle Age now. I think Reckless is realizing like, oh, I'm. This is a really critical game for me. I'm going to be eliminated if I lose, so I'm not going to hold back here.
Yeah,
Tim,
I was gonna say, okay. So I'm evaluating things properly. I was
Yep.
trying to assess my own evaluation at the
Yeah.
same point because he looked like it was in pretty good shape, or at least shaping up to be.
Yeah. So these archers are going to find this wood line, which is going to be nice even, and that's going to pull him back. Now, during this time, again, so much happens in this game, so difficult. Dennis has snuck a villager over to Reckless's side, put down a dock, and is
Nice.
going to use this fire ship to kill Reckless's fishing ships. However, Reckless did notice, and himself is actually building fire galleys. And going to defend this pond. So for Dennis, because it was noticed, they're both going to have to put resources like down into there, which is, you know, one side's going to win, and the other's going to have to think, is it worth me trying to invest in this sea battle, which I ain't going to win, right?
And all it is some poopy little naval battle for some resources, which are
Yeah.
important. But you got to dump resources in to save those resources. now.
It's just like in real life, you know, like, oh, 5 fish, let's fight over them.
Yep.
Now, I did actually, weirdly enough, I said I could see Reckless like going in the free ponds, putting down docks, and he's done exactly that. I think I only used it as an example, though. I didn't actually think he would have done that, but he's going to get lots of food from that. And again, Dennis isn't really, apart from this one pond up here, he's not really, you know, contesting it. Now, chat says, Hylian says, I prefer Dennis, better eco, and can instantly do a castle drop when Dennis hits castle age. A castle age is, for Sarge is good, but he doesn't have the eco to use it. And then Timid says that he prefers Reckless. I think for myself, I think I prefer kind of Reckless. It's more hold up defense and stuff. And obviously getting all the pawns. It's going to win this sea battle. Of course, this could change when Dennis goes into Castle Age. And what about yourself, GGIAS? Who do you think? Just from your, you know...
I'm liking Reckless so far. I think that was a big mistake, even doing the pawn thing over there for Dennis.
Yeah.
I think that was just a waste of resources altogether. They probably could have used somewhere else. That right there, that's just, yeah.
It can be good if you do deny Reckless of, like, you know, food. Or if you, like... If Reckless doesn't know you're there and you're fishing without no one contesting, you're both just fishing, then it'll actually be good for you because you're technically reducing his fish, right? Because you're fishing from his
At the same time, you take it, yeah.
So
I don't think that gamble worked out very well.
So yeah, this dock's gonna go down, but in retaliation, there's a demo raft in there, and that's kind of like an explosive ship, which the problem is like Reckless's units are kind of spaced out a bit, so I don't think it's gonna do too much. A defensive castle is going up for Dennis, which somebody said he could have castle rushed, but it's very defensive. And obviously, Reckless just balls this up again. Reckless is being very, well, not reckless, actually. He's playing this really safe, really good, really sturdy. Maybe it was the game advantage that he's already played, compared to Dennis, who might still be getting his toes in the water, or in this case, docks in the sea. And Timid says, if Dennis goes cheap night spam. Again, like, I felt like I've been explaining and dropping knowledge and explaining, and like, I'm barely like touching the ice of the surface, you know? Oh, it's crazy. But so Reckless is now being Reckless and putting a really forward castle here. So these villagers are going to be exposed. Dennis is putting a wall here, which is actually... So Dennis is going to see these villagers and think, something's going on. But now Dennis is using one villager to build this castle, and that is literally unheard of. Or at least a bad decision, because if you get caught, the villager dies, castle's denied.
Do you think it's a desperation move, or do you think he's just trying to be stealthy?
Stealthy. 100%. I think he's stealthy. He's just out of the line of sight of Reckless Sarge. The problem with that is, like, again, if you get caught, you're going to be in trouble. And one villager is going to take a really, really long time. Now... So... Yeah, Dennis saw that Reckless was bringing the villagers and kind of got into a kerfuffle, but luckily Reckless had knights down here to defend that. And talking of one-player castles, one villager castle, sorry, it starts to go down. But the problem is Dennis is going to notice this, because it's like, hi, I'm here. Right. And there's Obak, which is an okay troop. Luckily the knights for Reckless just get there in time. And I think because Reckless got an army, it's not as bad as it could have been. And Reckless sees there's a house, he's going to start that. Now this castle is going to go up from Dennis, funnily enough. But obviously there's going to be a lot of pressure here. At your front door. Reckless is being reckless. And this castle goes up too. So those hooded guys with the scythes, they're called obucks, and they're kind of the unique unit for poles. And what they do is they ignore armor. So, you know, obviously knights and stuff are armored, so they can just like get into good fights. But naturally, spearmen, pikemen, they counter knights. This castle goes up. Now, I'm wondering, what does Reckless see right now? Obviously, he sees the castles there. Like, what the? Alright, this is actually really interesting. Because there's going to be this little salient here, where Dennis is going to get, like, knights coming out. But then, obviously, you got this going on, so... If Dennis doesn't defend this, then this kind of base down here is going to be useless in a way. And Dennis in reaction says, okay, I'm going to build another castle over here. So Dennis has 3 castles down, which is actually a lot. Like normally in games, you only see like 1 or 2 castles per game. But as I said, because Alpaca is like a lower elo, they have more time to like get resources to the up. And I think this game is going to go on for, you know, a little longer than normal. Once again, I'm with my friend, long-term friend. I've known him for donkey's years. Coming up, I think he's coming up 10 years now, GGIAS.
Man.
Hear my voice, like, ugh. But, yeah.
I know that's a large percentage of your life, but...
There you go. Shout you out in chat. But yeah, I'm co-casting with Suit Lunas King, aka GGIAS. GGIAS. Yeah, now we're both just looking at this like, okay, we don't know what happens next, because... Well, I say this is better for Reckless, obviously, right? Because he's like the one, like, actually, well... Yeah, he's the
No,
one...
but like they were saying, there's a lot of castles there that Dennis has now, right? And can't he just spam some knights out of those?
Yeah, the castle's kind of like... As you see, so... Dennis does have actually a big army here.
Yeah.
It's just... They're so limited with what they can do against castles up until one hits Imperial Age. Actually... So Dennis is in Imperial Age, so then he can start making trebuchets, and that's what kind of counter castles. But some weird ways. Yeah. So yeah, if I was Dennis, I'd start making trebs and just start like hitting down these castles. But Dennis hasn't, and like as you see to the right there, now Reckless Sarge is going into Imperial Age, which means he's gonna have trebuchets as well. So it's kind of like. The advantage he kind of... Dennis kind of... I don't like to say wasted, but like he could have at least got down some trebuchets and started hitting this castle. Instead, it looks like he's just been continuing to invest in cav units. And he's like using the marketplace, he's selling stone, ironwood. And now Reckless Sarge is also buying stone, selling food, and buying stone. So I think Reckless is going to put down another castle. A defensive one. Just in case. That's...
Right. Hylian West. Yeah, that actually sounds like a solid plan.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why they're not.
Okay, there's a trap
My
at least.
principle is taking that. Yeah, there we go. I see it.
I see it.
I would think you would want to take that thing out, like, quick.
Yeah, because it's like right up against you. It's kind of forced you to put down a tower. Well, obviously that was the early pressure, but then you have to make a castle here. It's just annoying. But now the problem is, Reckless has had time to go to Imperial himself, and now he's getting trebuchets out. There is nothing to stop, because this treb is like, if you try and take it out, obviously you got this army here. Of course, I think Reckless is kind of worried about this castle. This is distracting Reckless. Now at this level, they tend to be only able to focus on like one area at once, you know, a bit slower. Just takes a little time to react. But then you watch the pros and they're just going like do, and you're like, what the? And they're like fighting 6 battles at 6 different areas, and you're just like, huh? So, yeah, I think this castle's gonna go down now. Gone. The castle's gone. This allows Dennis to kind of go forward a bit. And Reckless kind of figured it was going down, so in this time he just brought back his troops just to take out this castle, I guess. It's like an eye for an eye, right?
Right, yeah.
As I say, these lower tier games can be like really slow. Like a lot of times they just build up until they meet each other and then they're like, huh, I guess we should fight now. But this one's actually been really different. You know, as I said, like burn down the castle in front, like raiding, and now this kind of shenanigans where this castle goes down, and they're kind of, well, they're back to like square one, I guess. Now, again, Dennis has seen...
I can see how the tides have turned some.
Yeah, Dennis has seen this dock and is going to kill the dock. This means the fish are useless. Can't do nothing. Dennis has troops down here now, which were garrisoned in the castle, the Obucks. Again, have kind of bonus damage against these troops. But the problem for Dennis, well, both of them, they don't really have the upgrades for their units. See, it's like the bottom row of the top left and right is basically the upgrades. See, Dennis only got armor for his horses and that's it. Whereas obviously you're meant to have like quite a bit in Imperial Age. But these Obucks did take down that army. They might actually take down this Treb, which will be great. And only one villager could, like, there's only 3 villagers garrisoned, so it's not really gonna do so much damage. Yeah, there's quite a few updates now coming in for Dennis, and Reckless might be stalling here. Reckless might be thinking, what do I do? Because he's lost 2 of his docks. Defend this. How you doing, BD Legend? Good to see you. Sarge needs more villagers. Yeah, and on top of this, right, you got all this going on, and some, like, ideally, you got to constantly keep making villagers on top of this. And obviously, you know, trying to get out troops, which also eat your food, and trying to, like, constantly make villagers. But Dennis hasn't stopped with that as much. So Dennis got, like, this bar in the top middle. You see the hammer? It got, like, 92. That means Dennis has 92 villagers. And Reckless has 52 villagers. And then the swords on top of that is the army count. So you got, like, 37 army for Dennis compared to 18 army, right? From the start, I definitely felt like Reckless was more in the driving position, and now he's kind of like crumbling, which is not good.
Yeah, fast too. Like that once that corner turned, that was.
Yeah, I'm co-casting. I'm with my friend GGIAS, Suit Luna's King, and he's played the game much less than me, so I have little experience, and GGIAS has essentially none. Maybe he played it like when it came out like 20 years ago or something, but yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah, it was one of the first computer games I played at my friend Thomas's house.
Oh wow.
We were in junior high school, something like that. No, it was junior high school, I think. Like the OG version.
Yeah. Now this is a lot of fires going on for.
Yeah, I don't see any way Reckless turns this around at this point.
Yeah.
But it was interesting to see. It was kind of cool to be able to see that whole sway because it looked like he started off stronger.
Yeah.
And then you could totally see the tide turn.
Yeah. That being said, though,
Chat called it.
that being said, though, those knights did get cleared up because Reckless did actually start producing these spearmen, which counter the knights. But you know, more's being built here. Dennis has a better economy because he gets 95 villagers. That means he's gonna have more resources. More troops are gonna start trickling in, and Reckless gotta be very careful because again, Reckless still isn't making any villagers. He's like 52 villagers. That's my magic number. No more, no less. And look at these rams, they're just casually just hitting the walls. generally, in this case, you know, you've already hit the wall down, so there's no point in continuing to hit the wall.
Right? You already made your entry.
So, actually, these Sams, I tried to say siege ram in one word, it didn't go quite good, but they counter traps. If you get them rolling up to the traps, one hit, it'll knock them all out, or maybe 2 hits, but... So, ideally, you need to be moving these... There we go. You need to be moving both rams to these traps, but now, this is giving time for these units to move in and perhaps... They counter the knights, so the knights are going to fall. Hang on. It's going to get... There we go, see, it got a hit in, so it almost killed both of them. But unfortunately, the time it took for all of that to happen, Reckless brought his halbs over, and now I think you need to maybe find a way to counter these halbs instead of just constantly sending horses in, because, you know, we've got to start thinking, how do I counter this? Oh, unlucky! Dennis has lost his castle right here, because again, these traps weren't taken care of. Now the villagers have started healing there as well, and Dennis has gone very tunnel visioned on this. He sees the traps and he completely forgets about everything else, right?
He's just like, ah, right?
I do it too, to be honest. You know, it's like, because traps are so scary. You know, they're hitting your castle, and you just it's a big fire, and you obviously gotta address it because you can't let it go. But the problem is you gotta find a way past the army first, otherwise you're just gonna run in and die. Maybe you... So, now the traps are actually, like, hitting the other trap, which is funny. Oh.
Trap on trap violence.
And then they're not exactly the most accurate, so while they can... Okay, this is a trap fight all of a sudden.
Yeah, this is great.
Dennis brings 2 more traps up north. I was going to say, it would be good if he actually unpacks them and starts firing them back. I believe because he's on the hill, he actually has the advantage here. Whereas Dennis is kind of like under the hill in a way. Oh.
And he's firing up, yeah.
Yeah. But now this is a problem because these halbs go in and Dennis doesn't want to switch from some calves. He's like, I like calves, okay? I don't care if you've got units which are going to kill me. I like my calves, leave me alone.
And he's just spamming them by the thousands.
Yeah.
So technically, he's using the Vietnamese strategy against the Vietnamese.
Yeah, indeed. And this is messy. This is very messy for both. But I think, see, now if Reckless had more villagers, if he just was able to mass more halbs, he would have shredded all these knights. And GG's cold. GG's cold. Dennis takes this. Oh, so unfortunate for Reckless there. And as I say, it's best of 3, and this, you know, if you lose your next round against Dennis, that's gonna be 2-0, and obviously, lost your first set, lost your second set, you're out. You're out. And I think the major problem here is Reckless Sarge and his villager count. He just doesn't keep... So basically, you know, you just gotta keep producing villagers and gotta keep doing it and doing it. Unfortunately, Reckless didn't try anything funny. I was hoping he kind of would do, but it's only game 1. And
I thought the game flowed out well, though. I really liked that.
yeah, because at first it looked like Reckless was just going to steamroll Dennis, right? You know, he got rid of the calves, kind of started putting the castle over here, got into, like, you know, nice places, lots of pressure, and then just, well, as I say, I think the biggest thing which would have killed him there is just lack of villagers, so his economy's crumbled now. And then obviously Dennis just, you know, oh, right, that was game 1. And now we go on to game 2. First, I'm going to see the stats. This is your favorite part, I assume. I assume seeing these charts and numbers and stuff, GGIAS, you're like, finally, I'm at my
I can
home
digest that,
Yeah.
right?
Out the park baseball. Hey, this is your now age stuff. Like, oh hell yeah, stats tables. Did you see though? Yeah.
And Sarge really only kept up in military. Everything else, he was dwarfed on.
And I think if he did keep up on the economy, I think he would have had a good chance of like actually.
It would have been a great game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. I could see that.
So military. See, so in military, Reckless actually had more like better kill death ratio. You know, as I said, he was building the halbs to counter the knights, and Dennis didn't really seem to have an answer. So imagine if Reckless like just had a lot of not like was able to just keep making halbs, and halbs are super cheap. You don't need no gold, so you can really just constantly build, and not have to worry. Whereas obviously knights cost gold and is more expensive, but yeah, like the resources collected. Sarge collected 30,000 compared to 55,000 for Dennis, and kind of see like they're both like doing well in a way. And then as soon as Dennis hits around, Reckless Sarge hits around 50. You see the lines there. Obviously, Dennis will just keep going
Right.
up and up, but then Reckless is just like,
Puttered out.
yeah. It's kind of like my energy levels like throughout the day. Like, oh, we're going up. Oh no. Just, so. It sucks for Reckless Surge because again, I think if he just and obviously, you know, for newer players, it's so difficult, or at least, you know, slower players or whatever. You just gotta constantly like keep going. You know, so many things to check. And Iron Kaiser Gaming had a good like description. He says like when you're new to the game, it's like juggling. You have to like juggle two things, but then you like the further you learn, there's more balls to juggle, right? So you know, you get to a point where you got to like juggle all these balls. Yeah.
No, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
It's true though. Yeah.
Yeah.
That level of micromanaging, and when you've done it in repetition for hundreds of hours, and I mean that literally, like no joke,
Yeah.
then in multiplayer it becomes easier. You kind of have this mental checklist that you're going through.
Yeah. And I like at this level they're still kind of coming to terms with getting to grasp and maybe forgetting a thing over here, over there, you know? Just like, you know, like Loom, how long it took for. But anyway, well, enough talking about that. We're going to game 2, and oh no, it's on islands, which is gonna be. Whoa, the generation is really weird. It's just Reckless Sarge says, wait, pause. So this generation is super weird. And they're just saying, like, this generation's weird. Dennis says, wait, check if there's water around. Because they're on islands, obviously there's going to be water around, you know? Yeah, no, I say... So
Wow.
what's normally meant to happen is there might be, like, second island over here, right?
Right. Yeah.
there's one
and
island
not right
here.
on top of each other, like with a canal between them.
Yeah. Well, they're going to play it regardless. So I don't like island maps because I'm like, you know, you got to build docks and then transport troops over, and we're
Right.
lazy.
Yeah.
We don't like that much commitment. We like to just click once, click twice.
I play Pangea for a reason.
Yeah. This map is super unique in this generation. I'm like, that's another thing I like about Age of Empires. It's always randomly generated. Like you kind of, well, there's base, you know, you got like islands, but like the islands themselves are going to be generated randomly, and the resources, like, well, they'll always be like, you know, like say, there's always going to be 10,000 gold and 2 clumps of gold, but they could be over here. Oh, that was a bit of a dramatic example, but yeah. Now the kind of thing on this map is that obviously there's 2 separate islands. So normally it would be over here probably, but today it's like, okay, I'm going to be down here. You obviously have limited resources on your island, right?
Right.
This is where these 2 islands come in so important. So obviously we're going to see a
Yeah,
lot of
because if you could
sea
take
fights.
those islands, you get all the resources from it.
And there's also 2 relics, and then there's a separate island over here with, you know, 2,000 gold, 1,000 stone, 2 relics.
Okay, so what do the relics do for you?
So you build a monastery, you garrison the relics, and they'll generate gold for you over time. And the more relics you get, the more gold you'll get on the passive stream, a passive income.
Okay.
Yeah, so that they're kind of good to have. I mean, especially if the game's going longer and longer and longer, because then obviously the gold dries up and you still got a way to get gold. So Reckless Sarge is actually playing as the Vikings, and the Vikings are super, super good on water. They got longboats, and yeah, I don't know. Oh, that's all I know actually. But I know they're good at water. Don't mess with them. And so Dennis is actually playing as one of the newer civs on the game. there was a DLC added about, I think 3 or 4 months ago called the Mountain Royale because of course they're still making content like after 5
Right.
million years.
Like a Paradox game.
Yeah. And these, instead of like, you got the lumber camps and stuff, right? Instead of like lumber camps and mining camps, they have mule carts. And they act the same way, apart from you can just move them. So if your woodline's under attack, you can go with your mule over to here. And actually, like, so, if you look here, you go, Reckless has got a stationary this, stationary that. But he can just move this resource gathering point. But yeah. And you're going to start noticing the patterns, like, super soon, obviously. They go around, scouts, start bringing in their foods. Whether they got, like, 2, 3 on wood. Which actually, looks like Dennis is going for the same thing he did last time. Just, Now that's nice. Kills the ball right under the TC, right? And this is where you kind of will start to see the patterns of, See, I say Reckless is kind of... These boars are quite far out for Reckless. But he does see them, so... Also with the relics, you start with 2 on your island as well. So, you do get some gold from there. You get the gold from, like, if you collect those, and... Yeah. And obviously, needless to say, docking is an important part on this map, right?
Right, yeah.
Now you've got 2 ways you can like have docks. You can have docks right at the front here, which is less safe, obviously, because they're right at the front of your base, and if your enemy sees it, they can start hitting you. But you're able to get more ships out to the front quicker. But you can put like docks behind, so you can safely use your fishing ships, so you don't have to worry about them being attacked. So that's what Dennis has kind of done here with the safe dock. The Reckless is being very reckless, let's say.
Right, just right there out in the open.
Yeah. But, as I say, he's close to the islands. He's going to be able to get these much easier than Dennis. He's going to have to go all the way around here. And the thing is, this is such a unique...
Right, it's not like that's normal, right?
No. And I think...
Have they even seen each other yet? They haven't even seen each other's
No.
lands yet, have they? Yeah.
No, so they might, like... He's either going to be there or there, right?
Right, yeah, that's kind of awesome.
But if you're Reckless, you're going to think, oh, well, I've started here, so, it's going to be opposite. So you're probably going to be trying to look up here. Especially with, like, one neutral island here. So you're going to think maybe the neutral island's there.
Right.
What Dennis has seen. Dennis is just being Dennis. Dennis just chilling out right now. But now, 1,000%, right? 1,000%. If you're Dennis and you only see these 2 islands, right, and you don't even see this by some chance, right, you are gonna 1,000% think the Reckless Sarge is over here.
Is right on the other side.
Yes, 1,000,000%. And you're gonna waste resources going over here, and you're like, what the?
Where's do that? I can 100% see that. Yeah,
Actually,
I totally see that.
I think this is much more better for Reckless Sarge because you've got a higher chance of bumping into this, right? Whereas Dennis, Dennis, talking of Dennis is in chat right now. Hi, Dennis.
Oh, hi, Dennis.
Good to see you. We're just kind of analysing this map spawn and this kind of yikes. But I see you both just went, let's just play for it anyway. And I kind of feel like Reckless has the advantage in terms of map generation because higher chance you can bump into you here, and your dock's here, so you have to go around here, and you can kind of like build like fortifications, which will, if you try and get these relics to bring in. But good job on winning round 1. We're looking forward to seeing what happens in round... Well, not round 1, in game 1. Looking forward to see if it's going to be 2-0 to you or if it's going to be 1-1. Of course, don't tell us, but obviously. But yeah, good to see you, Dennis. Hope you're having a good day. All right. And like, it took me a little while when the new DLC come out to kind of get used to these things because obviously, the game, you tend to like obviously learn, put lumber camp down. But with Armenians, it's like You don't put lumber camps down. You just build mule carts, and they come with you. Oh. Now, Reckless is stuck to one dock, but Dennis has put down 2. So, see, looking to get more ships coming out and stuff. But, So, I'll be quite honest with you. Obviously, I've been, you know, I'm still like, I don't tend to look up the meta builds, right? So, when you're opening the games, it's like, you gotta get to 19 villagers before you go to the next stage, vice versa. I know nothing about that. And there's also like certain ways where you gotta like send 3 to woodline, 5 on berries, and then pull in sheep and all that stuff. So, and I think like actually playing the game. Oh, hang on a minute. I gotta rewind that. So Reckless just like hits the ship. Demo. Fortunately, it didn't kill the ship. It was quite funny to see.
That was.
What you want to do?
I was like, what are you rewinding? Oh,
yeah. Poof. The greatest thing is if Reckless like maybe could sneak in. And with the current upgrades of the demolition ships, if you get like a bunch of fishing ships bunched together and you hit them, then you're laughing. But like, it costs too much just like, I wouldn't say waste, but to use against a single ship, you know, so you're kind of not getting value. Oh, alright, so, Reckless is, oh, here we go again, he's going to do it again. No. Okay, ignore that fight, we're going to follow the demolition raft. Don't tell me he's gonna use them here. Oh, this could be good. Oh, that was a nice hit, right? Because you weakened at least 2 ships.
Wow. I mean, that's one way to do it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he lost his galley to like this fire, because fire ships are good against galleys, right, obviously. But that there was nice, because you know 2 fire ships together, boom, gone. And now Dennis must be thinking, well, at least Dennis found out where Reckless is now. You ain't gotta worry about, you know, Reckless being over there. So Sarge, as you see, Hylian in chat says Sarge forgetting to make villagers once again. Which is quite a shame, really. Yeah. As I say, I think if he keeps up with the economic, like he plays really well, and that's the thing. Like just harming himself about not making villagers is just so sad, so upsetting. And you see to the bottom right there, you got idle TC, IDL TC. Maybe GGIAS had to step away a little bit.
No, I'm here. I'm
Oh.
looking for it on the screen. I don't see it.
Oh, right there to the bottom right. I'm kind of below Sarge.
Okay, yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Sorry. Your goal is to try and keep that down as low as possible. So, like, let's say your TC isn't producing villagers or anything, it's gonna start ticking up. And for your village, for your town center to build a villager, which he's doing now, it's gonna take 15 seconds. So 4 minutes times like divided by 15 seconds.
Right?
Yeah, that's not.
That's a lot of dead time.
And Reckless has 800 food, and as I say, 1 villager is 50. Oh, 25 seconds. Sorry, I got it wrong. 25 seconds in game time. Thanks, BD. Yeah, it's weird because like at first I said a villager takes 15 seconds when I first learned it, and then later on I was like it takes 45 seconds. And obviously I got told no, it's 25 seconds again, and then obviously today I went back down to 15. So I really need to remember 25 seconds for a villager. So, you know, basically 1 minute for villagers, right? Maybe. No, I don't know. I don't know maths. Leave me alone. Either way, you gotta keep the villagers coming out. Demo refs once again. Let's see what Reckless does.
You see, maybe he was just trying to get his idle time to 420 and then leave it there.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's 420 now, so
Right?
Reckless.
That's why I saw
just-
that. I was like, that's what he was trying to do. It's a luck thing.
Yeah, 420. Jesus. Yeah. So this is pointed out. Sarge went and put lots of villages there on gold. Absolutely tons of gold now, but seems quite unbalanced. Maybe BD Legend, like, so BD Legend is like pretty experienced in the game. He's also co-casted with me and is currently in like one of the higher brackets. But it's an interesting castle here.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Nice.
do that with you sometime too to watch a higher level
Yeah,
and see the contrast between the two.
yeah. Because in a way, this might be like off-putting. You think, oh, this is slower. This isn't. That
No,
actually
I think
does-
this is a
yeah.
perfect entry point.
Yeah.
I thought it was a great entry point for me. It can't be slower. Like again, I played Civ, so
Yeah.
this ain't slower than Civ.
3 weeks to take one turn. You're like,
This is fast compared
Yeah.
to that. Yeah.
Dennis is like, put one ship behind you. And the way this is going, I'm kind of getting worried for Reckless. I mean, yeah, he's at least got the demo ships. Actually, he's going to send more demo ships. Which again, the cost of them is it's nice if you can like hit multiple ships, but if you like use the demo ship on one, it's not worth it in a way. But like yeah, Reckless is really stocked up on the gold. You got 2,000 gold in the top.
But the idle time's going up again. See?
Oh no, it was
See?
420. Damn it.
Right? Now he's blown it. He's gone way up.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Boom.
So again, like
That's so cool.
technically while it's good, it's also bad because again, it's now here we go. The Vikings unique unit is obviously the longbow, and I love this to death because like well it's inaccurate right now, but upgraded it can do a lot of damage. It actually has really nice range. But here we go. The Romanian, Armenian voyage is coming across, and now Reckless might be like, uh-oh.
Right? They're like, I'm out.
Yeah, we're out of here. Because Sarge is still on normal galleys, but these are upgraded war galleys. And now there's a castle going up as well.
Yeah, they look frightening.
Well, like, when they're 3 times the size of your ships, that's...
Yeah.
I'll be doing the same as Reckless. I'll be like, right, I think I'm going to just run back here, you know? You may have,
Yeah,
like,
keep
dragon
going.
heads on your ships, but they have... Look at that, missiles. Like,
Right?
I'm out. And they got big, massive crosses, you know? Like, okay. So, Sarge is like, okay, right, this is kind of bad, so I'm going to put down a castle here. And... yeah. There was this one point where I was watching one game. The one player snuck villagers on a boat and went past this guy's navy, right? Landed on his island and started building a castle right next to the shore. And the other guy was like, okay, just brings his navy back and shoots all the villagers and kills them. Because basically you really don't want to like... yeah, you don't want to do this. But for this time it actually paid off for Reckless. But in the other games, yeah, like sometimes like you'll see people like be sneaky, put villagers on a transport ship, hop off, and build on the other player's island, which is very funny when it happens, but... So, Reckless now has one person on food. Where is he? Oh, there we go. Farms are coming down. A bit weird to sit under the castle, though, because... Well, Dennis had nice ships, but they're not so nice now, right? They're kind of...
Right? What happened to him?
they just basically decided, let's sit under this castle, because the castle obviously, you know, shreds. Another thing I really like about this game is like how each civilization has like their unique buildings. So like, kind of Vikings is more like, you know, kind of like whatever. You have castles, which are like very like British in a way, and you know. And then you got like Armenian castles, which look a lot different, and like you got their churches. So with Armenians, they don't get like monasteries, but they get fortified churches, and they act in a way like mini castles, and it's super nice. And So yeah, so Dennis has put down a monastery and is collecting the relics. And with Armenians, they actually, like, when you make a monastery, they actually make, like, you start off with a free relic. So you're already on free relics now. This is a nice spot from Reckless, though. Dennis tried to make a dock and got killed. His villager obviously died. So Reckless is going to stop this. Reckless is going up to Imperial Age now, too. And both Soren. Yeah. What was that? Reckless bought 900 food for 1,300 gold. Well, that's why BD. That's why he had so much gold for. But Wes was saying Dennis researched. Reckless in chat says, "I am so good at this video game." How you doing, Reckless? So good to see you. I see you all talking smack. Well, buddy, alright? Actually, I don't know.
Not me, I was rooting for you.
Yeah,
the record.
yeah. GGIAS was rooting for you, but... Alright, we were all laughing at you. We're like, what is he doing? But actually, no, I think just Reckless operates in his own way, right? From now on, just, you know... The door is open, Reckless is just... Well, Reckless is not going to go through the door, but going to climb through the window instead, because, you know... Reckless
You gotta
Sarge.
make a grand entrance, man.
Yeah, I gotta make an entrance. Well, that's actually a perfect way to describe Reckless Sarge. Gotta make an entrance. Alright, sweet. Okay. No, Reckless. No, I go through the wall, not the door or the window. Yeah.
Right? See, I like that style.
Yeah.
Look, the job gets done either way.
Yeah, that's true. And in terms of entertainment, Reckless has made me laugh the most, so, you know, I appreciate. Problem is if Reckless loses this, it's like, no, another castle goes down for Dennis. But yeah, Dennis unlocked Heated Shot, which does bonus damage to ships from your castles and stuff. And Bodkin Arrow came in. See to the top right, you got the arrow, the second upgrade of the arrows. Bodkin Arrow, which gives extra hit on the longboat, so they shoot an extra I'm sorry, extra arrow. So funny though.
Yeah.
And one thing I was saying, like, this generation is super like weird. Like, the island, like I was expecting you to be over here, but look how weird this generation is, right? Just.
I freaking love this map generation. This is awesome.
Alright, there we go. BD Legend clarified. Oh, this generation made Reckless sad. But I say, like, for you, Reckless, like, look, if I was Dennis, I'd be, like, looking over here for Reckless, but Reckless is now Sag. Chemistry. So, I reckon if these longbows get massed, they're gonna shred. They always do. They even shred, like, buildings, etc., etc. But Dennis is, like, getting down castles, which isn't good. Oh. What was that? Right. Oh, a fishing boat. No. Reckless. Where is HIMYM? Where is that Wes? Oh, this is actually super nice from Reckless Sarge, actually.
How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, okay. So like, cause the gap is so little, Reckless is like hitting this castle with a trap. Reckless, this is big brain. Suddenly, I went from laughing at Reckless to being like, wow, Reckless is actually big brain here. And there's nothing Dennis can do. And this castle goes down. Look,
Right,
sending
that's
in.
freaking cool.
Or these, well, they could hit the trap, but your castles. Oh, they just turn and start hitting that house in frustration, like, grr. Shipwright does come in for Dennis. That makes you like, it's a lot of investment, but it makes your ships like you're able to buy ships cheaper. Uh oh, panic, panic, panic. No, 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 no! Oh, it survived with 30 HP!
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
no, it doesn't matter. The
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, yeah. Because, like, these ships here are called cannon galleons, and they just... Oh, they're elite cannon galleons, and they're just going to tear up everything. Like, so they're basically the Treb of the seas. Kind of wish Encore could see this, because Encore would be shedding a tear. Elites. This is a Reckless Sarge elite. Problem is, still Dennis has a lot of ships, and uh-oh, panic, panic. Go back, go back. So, yeah, Dennis got Dromans, which are kind of like, see, they're like sea mangonels, which is nice. Where are your explosive ships? Come on, bring them in. Where are your
Right.
demo ships now? One demo ship on this would just boom, if it gets close enough, of course, but sea mangonels. Oh, nice. Elite longboat is coming in for Sarge. You know what? I feel like Sarge is going to win this. Please don't make me regret my words. Actually, I don't know. This mass is scary though.
Wouldn't be the first time.
So because Dennis got shipwright, it means like, you know, his economy is nice. He's got double the amount of villagers, and it just means he's going to be able to outproduce.
Look, they're almost equal in idle time now.
Yeah, that's some good thing. Like, no, I think with the composition Reckless got, just more villagers and more army, and Dennis probably won't have a chance. Where are you, Oh, they're all here. They're just chilling. Well, more docks going up. That's good. But yeah, this is difficult. 12 ships to like 40. No. And of course, sorry, I missed this. During this time, Dennis has gone to this neutral island and garrisoned the relics. Gold is flying up now. Probably going to take this island too. Sad face. And to be honest, like, again, like, I do realize it's much easier for me to be like, something magical is happening. Reckless saying that kind of makes me scared a bit. I'm like, okay, so if Reckless says it, that probably means he's lost his army and gonna lose the game.
It looks like he's taking it from both ends right now.
Oh no. Is this magical for you, Reckless, or magical for Dennis? Because right now, uh-oh. I didn't say that. Well, something magical is happening indeed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I was gonna start saying stuff, and then I forgot because this distracted me, and whatever, I don't need to say what I was saying, because this is bad. Incredibly bad for Reckless. Reckless, don't win. 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 Don't lose.
About that.
If Dennis goes around the back, he can do some damage. No. No, Reckless. Survive, Reckless. Ah. And Reckless in chat says, well, boys, you know what they say. Today is a good day to die.
I've said that so many times I lost count.
You just got sarged. I feel sad now because it's over. The dream is over for Reckless. He's
Right.
eliminated. And let's just have a moment of silence for Reckless Sarge. I do have a good question here now for Reckless Sarge. In the future, moving forward in games you play, are you going to actually start making villagers and an army more, or are you just going to keep chilling? I mean, you know, it's entirely valid if you keep chilling. It's pretty cool. I just wondered. I could just see Reckless Sarge being like, "No, I'm just going to chill, just play how I played. You know, life's good."
Right?
Yeah. I'm nothing wrong with that at all. I love it. Oh, okay, never mind. Reckless just has no idea how to play it. All right, this kind of sounds like a GGIAS. Like I would go into a tournament as well, and I totally dig that. I think it's good. But that being said, for somebody who doesn't have no idea, you sure as hell play it better than me and a GGIAS, and we literally don't have ideas. So, all right, statistics. One-sided. Sorry, Reckless. One-sided, just like the scoreline. Sad face. I really was hoping, like, he would go out on a, you know, you'd just be like, you know what? I'm gonna lose. It was more fair against Hylian, sorry. I don't know, maybe if you just got like one demo, a massive demo ships, and just at least, you know, just go out on a bang. But yeah, really good game. Thank you so much.
It was an incredible game.
Thank you so much, GGIAS, for joining me.
No, thank you for having me.
Yeah, 2-0. Pretty thanks to Reckless and Dennis, and yeah, I'm sad. I'm really sad because I actually liked Reckless. Believe it or not, I actually like Reckless. But now we have to send Reckless off on a Viking longboat on fire and just push him into the sea. And because yeah, his time in this competition is now sadly over. Neat.
Viking funerals are neat. Yeah.
Want to go to the sun though? No. In a Viking ship. You know what? I think we can make this happen for you.
We'll work something out.
But let me try and calculate this.
It's 8 cents. Oh.
It's just, yeah, no. I think Wes and Dennis will just go through no matter what happens now. Sad face. Sucks. I'm deflated. I don't want to stream no more. Reckless Sarge is out. Can I join the ceremony? I want to play respects. You were the one who put him in this position, Wes. You beat him in game. Well, it's game 1, but it was technically game 2. But yeah, I guess so. You can just kind of, you know. Look what you did to Reckless Sarge. No, illegal. That's it. All right. What's your plan for today? I guess you're gonna loiter around or just chill?
Yeah, pretty much. I might go get something to eat.
Yeah, sweet.
Take a quick shower, do all that stuff, and then just be farting around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not working today. I'm not doing any work today.
Sweet.
I refuse.
Someone's gonna be joining me later if you want to join in another one.
Who?
Encore performance. But,
I don't know them. That sounds great. I'm in. What time?
yeah. No idea right now. It's just one of those things where I'll just, you know, just very relax. You're around, and obviously if you are around, you'll say yes. Or if you ain't, or if you don't feel like, you just ignore me, and I won't know all that because obviously I can't see you. At least that's what you think.
But yeah.
All right, sweet. Thank you so much for joining.
Yeah. No, thanks for having me, and I'll be looking forward to your message.
Oops. That's not come in. No. I'm already one step ahead of you. Thank you.
Yep. I'll see you later.
All right, bye-bye.